Hi everyone, today I've got a video for you that's talking about my inking supplies, and it's not all of my inking supplies because I do have some multiliners and I have some other things that I use, but I thought I'd just talk to you a little bit about some of the art supplies that I've had recently that I'm really excited to start using more frequently in the future. And this is like my little traditional inking supply box that I like. And I also have a box of inks here, which I've shown in a previous video. Yeah, so I'll get right on with this. So I've always been really interested in Japanese ink paintings. And the style is known as Sumi-e. And it's kind of like big, like large, like ink. I don't know. It's very simplistic, and you do things in like one motion, and you use the shapes to form the drawings. But it's quite minimalist. It's very interesting, and it's always been one of my favorite art styles. It's probably my favorite art style ever, and it's something I've always wanted to get into a little bit more. So I got some Amazon vouchers for my birthday, and I decided to buy some Japanese ink painting supplies. And so they're all in here, as well as some other little bits. I also bought a book on Japanese Sumi-e drawings, and so I've been reading that when I get a chance. So let's have a look inside this box. This is a really useful box, as everyone knows that I live, breathe. Oh gosh, I've messed up the inside. I live and breathe really useful boxes. This one is a 2.5 litre. You can just see it there. Oh, I'm knocking the camera. And it normally comes with a tray insert, but I took that out after a while. And I like this shape. It's not a really big box. It's a very different shaped box. But yes, I like it, and it's blue. My favourite inking tool is actually the Pentel Brush Pen, and that doesn't stay in here. That stays in my pencil case. So these are the other inking supplies that I don't keep in my pencil case. So I'll open it up for you. Yes, so I have a little selection of things in here. Not everything's an inking thing. The first thing I've got is a Koi Watercolor pocket field sketch box. And that has a water brush inside, which I now own like hundreds of water brushes. It's got a tiny little sponge that's a bit green, and then some watercolor pans. Half pans, and they're really sweet, and Koi's watercolours are quite nice, but I use Buchman at the moment. Yeah, so, and I've got a sticker of Berlin, and I've got my name written on it because me and Ryan both had one each, and he used his a lot before he stopped drawing, which was a shame because, like, I wish he hadn't stopped drawing. Yeah, these are nice. They're not cheap, but they're really useful, especially if you do like watercolouring and you like to draw when you're outside. I'd also like to point out that there will be several sort of syringe items in this kit because of refilling inks and pens. I'm not going to show you the needle, but just obviously you can see there's one there, and I'll have put up a description at the beginning of the video anyway, just in case anyone's sensitive to seeing syringes. And so yes, the next thing is my syringe, and I've used it to refill my Pentel Brush Pen. And it does have a needle that goes in here, but I'm not going to show you that, guys. And you just pull when the needle's in. I probably wouldn't even need to use the needle if my ink wasn't so difficult to get into. So you just fill it up and then put it inside the cartridge, inside the Pentel Brush Pen, and push down. It's easy as that. It's a bit wet at the moment because I've literally just used it, so there you go. And the next thing I have is some Pentel Brush Pen cartridges, but like I said, I refill my Pentel Brush Pen now. So these, I will probably put one in my pencil case. I do have a spare one in there right now, but these are for changing my Pentel Brush Pen if I run out and I don't have access to my ink. So there's those. This is running out, but it's my Platinum Fudo brush pen, which I've had quite a while. It's twin-ended, one's grey, one's black. It is running out, and it is just disposable, but it's such a pretty pen, and it matches my box, so I think I'll just keep it in there anyway. I have a little pencil that was a gift. I think this is from Sumi, I'm not sure, or it could be Fiona. But yes, it's really cute. I don't keep it in here for any particular reason. I just Yes, it's really sweet. I have this brush that is, it's a Langnickel brush and it's goat hair, and I use this for washes. I bought a pack of 3 and I don't know where the other 2 are because I had like really big ones, and so I've only got the 1.25 inch, no 1 inch, yeah 1 inch brush, which is a shame. So it's really nice. It's so soft. It's great for actually like doing ink washes, and I've used this in videos before. This is where my other goat's hair brushes would be if I had them. I have, this is like, I think some people can call it a liner brush, but we called them rigger brushes in the art shop, and I don't know what the actual term is. I mean, that's the term that ProArt gave them as well. So, and it's a very, very long brush, and it looks like it won't hold any shape whatsoever, but it actually does. When you wet it, it tends to go really stiff, and it creates these lines that are just absolutely phenomenal. I find this is better with paint than ink. It is an acrylic brush. You can see there, ProArt acrylics, but I keep it in here anyway. Next thing, I have a generic water brush. I can't remember, I don't think this has a brand. No, there's no brand on it. It could be a Koi, I think it is a Koi, a Sakura Koi water brush that was sent to me as a gift. Yeah, I think it is because it's purple. And I use that for my watercolors, so it's actually got water in it. Yeah, cool. The next thing is a number 22 Kurotake brush pen, and I think I just have a generic gross. This is for, I've used this with gold ink and it's gone a bit hard, so it's just a major brushes, size 2, it was 20p, and it's just a size 2 brush. I ordered these on eBay, and they came from China, and they are Japanese water brushes that I will use to put in other inks. And the Zig H2Os and the Aquash water brushes are actually quite pricey compared to what you can get on eBay. And so I got these from China. They took a while to arrive, but I think they're about £2, and I did get 3. And they're all different sizes as well. And if I'm correct, this one is large and this one is small. I opened the medium one, which has a different kanji, obviously. Small, big, small, and they were so cheap. And you could just refill them with whatever you want, water, ink, and if they clog up, you know, they were nothing. Like, they were barely any cost at all. Which I did try to do with the gold Winsor & Newton ink, and I did say I was going to try this. It didn't work. Do not put that ink in a brush pen. It didn't even get to the, wow, there's a, oh look, this flaky gold bit. Wow, looks amazing. Yeah, it didn't even get into the nib. It clogged straight away. It's just not the right ink. I'm gonna have to, I've already tried to wash it out once. As you can see, it's still quite stuck with ink. Like I said, it was a really, really cheap water brush. So it doesn't bother me, really, if I can never use it. But I'm sure, if anything, I'll be able to still use it with water, if not an ink. There we go. I have my Winsor & Newton Liquid Indian ink, which is non-waterproof. You can just see on the cap there. Non-waterproof. And I do like this, but it's a little bit too light. It tends to start dark and then it trails off and gets paler, which is a nice effect, but it's not always what I want. So I don't use that this often. No, wait, I don't use this that often. And I really like the drawing though. Isn't that fantastic? It's just awesome. And I do love the Winsor & Newton inks though. They're very presentable, they're very lovely, and it's just not the consistency that I want from an ink. But if I want a water-soluble ink, I think this is my only black water-soluble ink. So the next thing I have is this ink, which I used to fill up my Pentel Brush Pen, and I think it's called, I don't know how to pronounce it, Yadege, if it's Japanese, I don't know. I mean, the text looks Chinese to me. I can't see any hiragana or katakana, but that looks like the hiragana for ke? I don't know, it's just me sort of thinking aloud. But it's definitely, obviously, a imported, like, proper Chinese or Japanese ink, and it's beautiful. I love this so much. And whilst I should be using inkstones for Japanese ink paintings, I can't always just sit and like rock up and use an inkstone. I'd rather just have something loose that's a little bit more, I don't know, like accessible, and that I can use with other mediums as well. I just love the box. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful. I just love this ink so much. And it's 250 grams. Super nice. I got this on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description. And I just love it so much. The next thing I have is some, I think the dark ones, if I'm correct, are wolf hair or goat hair. I don't think they're goat hair. I think the pale ones are goat hair. But I bought these on eBay. They were so cheap and they're so cute. Look at the little picture. They're so sweet. And these are just Chinese brushes. I just typed in Chinese brushes into eBay. One of the cheapest links. They're probably not the best quality, but for practice, these are my practice brushes, basically. I got 3 dark-haired ones in various sizes and 3 light-haired ones in various sizes. And according to my book, that talks about, that teaches you how to do Japanese brush pens, like the colour of the hair denotes the type of animal and like how you will have to use it, like what kind of rigidity each hair has, each type of hair has. So yeah, there we go. They're gorgeous, and I've only used one so far as practice, and I think this was the thinnest one, and it still gave a very, very thick line. So I'm obviously going to have to develop a way of actually learning to control ink and brush. But when you actually use this properly and like fill it up with ink, and oh, it's so magical. I love it. Some little things at the bottom here. I do have a needle syringe. This was from Maxie because she works in a pharmacy. And yeah, it's just a regular sort of antibiotic syringe, really. I have my clear eraser, Faber Castell, I think it's Faber Castell Technik. Can't remember. It's just a clear eraser. It's nothing special. And this is my, oh no, I've forgotten. I think it's a Kuretake again. I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, obviously that says pen. I can't really read most of that anyway, so, but I got this in a sketch box as well, and now I'm going to have to look through and find the name. But I love how this looks like traditional brushes. Like, they're so cool. But the pen nib is actually very, very stiff, and it's not my favourite to work with, but it's very nice and it's very pretty, and it should stay in this box. And then the last one is this box, and I ordered these on eBay from a person who was selling them, and I got them for, I think, about £3. It was so cheap, and it's just unused. Most of them are unused. Very long points, so I'm very excited to use these and see if I can actually get some thinner lines. One's been used, but that's fine. They're actually really nice. I think they're plastic instead of wood. So yeah, I'm really excited to actually use these when I get around to it. Especially these long point ones, they're just beautiful. And then this is a Bill Buchman Zen brush, and these are not cheap. For me to get it for about £3, including all of these, like this whole thing, he just chucked this in like extra, the Bill Buchman brush. And I think these are about £20 to £30 on their own, and I was like avoiding buying these because they're so expensive. Oh yeah, so yeah, and it's absolutely beautiful. So that's my little brushes thing there as well, and they're just gorgeous, and I can't wait to use them properly. And oh boy, am I using them. But yes, so the last thing is, and you've seen this if you've watched previous videos with inks, I have a selection of diamine inks. Again, in a really useful box. This is a 0.7 litre, and it is just the right height for diamine inks. And this is my OCD box because it's really nicely packaged, contained. So I have Bilberry, Hope Pink. Sorry to those people who, you know, watch my videos regularly and they've seen all these inks before. Marine, Salamander, Prussian Blue, Quartz Black, China Blue, whoops, Wild Strawberry, and Yellow. Those are all my diamine inks, and I would like more. Oh, can you imagine if this whole box was just full? How nice would that be? So yes, I actually decided to also mix my own colours because these mix really nicely. And I made myself like a violet colour. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up. I can see it with my own eyes very easily. It's like a violet colour, and I mixed Wild Strawberry and Bilberry, I think, or Hope Pink and Bilberry. This is an orange, which I mixed Yellow and Wild Strawberry. This one is a yellowy olive green, which was Yellow and Salamander. This one is a blue that I used a lot in my Ruby and Sapphire piece, and it's Marine and Bilberry mixed together. And then there's two there for when I decide to mix more, and I've actually got quite a few of these little pots, so they're nice as well. Nice to mix certain colours. And then I have my Winsor & Newton white ink, which is separated. Ew, that's nasty. Yeah, so Winsor & Newton white ink. I just love these boxes, they're so sweet. Very presentable. My Winsor & Newton gold ink, which is my favourite thing, and I'm really hoping. Okay, so I was warned that the gold, if it gets stuck in the threads of the cap, can actually cause the lid to get very stuck. And I can see that some of it has, so we're going to see if I could get Ryan to open that later. If not, I'll have to buy a new one. And I would probably, if I was to buy this again, I would probably put it in a different container and just keep the bottle and wash it out. But I'll see if I can get Ryan to get into that later. Yeah, so that's all of my inking tools. Apart from the odd things like multiliners, I've got a few brushes here and there. Yeah, so if you've got any questions about any of my supplies, then just please leave a comment below, and I'll put as many links in the description as possible. If there isn't a link in the description, I might have forgotten it, but chances are I couldn't provide a link. So, but feel free to ask anyway. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I'll go and tidy all of this up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video. I've been wanting to do this for a while actually, and I'm not going to start with that actually, because I always start with, hey guys, it's just a quick video. Look at sneeze. It's interesting though that it's in grams. Isn't that interesting? Because you'd think it would be in millilitres. Yeah, 14 millilitres. How bizarre.